I was wondering if you would want to build Legos with me. Are you busy?
I am.
Okay. All right. Have a good. This is me, and as a college student, making friends can be extremely tough. But what if there's a way to build those connections differently? So today and throughout the weeks, I'm going to ask people if they want to build Legos with me as a way to build those connections and hopefully make 100 new friends. This is something I've never done before, so I'm completely nervous and terrified to death. But I'm also excited to see where this goes and hopes to have a better understanding of what it means to be a genuine friend. So, hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. Hey, excuse me. I was wondering if you'd want to build Legos with me for a little bit. Would you be down? Or are you busy?
No, I'm done.
All right. Oh, sweet. What's your name?
Here.
Eric. I'm Rocky. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
So, would you have any advice for someone that is trying to make friends on campus or in general? What would you say is important?
I don't know if I'd be an expert in that because I don't talk to too many people on campus, but I think this is a great way. Because I mean, Legos are cool. And, I mean, honestly, I feel like 90% of the people, if you just talk to them, as long as they're not like on the way to a class, that's how you make friends. They'll talk to you. I haven't really met very many rude or mean people here.
That's good.
That's it. Just keep looking forward. I think for me it's a lot easier because I try always focus on not to like really focus about like what happened in the past because either way I'll never be able to change it.
Yeah.
And people think about like what ifs, and I used to think about that a lot, and I still do sometimes. But in my head, I always like think and tell myself that like, well, I'll never truly know what if because that reality never happened. So I can say, like, when you ask me to do this with you, I can say, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I would have said, like, no. And, you could assume that, I would have continued doing work or something, but I could have gotten, like, a phone call or something.
Yeah.
Some branch could have landed on me. And I'll never know what happened because I'm not living in that reality.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way.
So even though sometimes when I like get into that like state of doubt where I'm like, what if this happened? I'm like, stop wondering what if because you're really never gonna know.
Is there any advice you would give for people just going into college?
I would say that it's terrible. Like, it's like so easy to feel alone. Like you don't know, like where you're going next. Like it feels like you have to decide everything. But I think not a lot of people talk about how like everybody's kind of confused. Nobody really knows what they're doing, which I think like has been comforting to me my senior year. That like there's a lot of people that don't actually know what they're doing next. Like in class, like the first thing they ask is like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your like dream career? It's like, I don't know. I haven't dreamed of being a doctor since I was 5, so I have no idea. So I think like that, like nobody knows what they're really doing.
What would you say has been your favorite part of college so
What's
far?
been my favorite part?
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts has
maybe been
If you have multiple, you can name off. Multiple.
let's see. I have kind of and I've kind of learned some good experiences, like how to live on my own.
Yeah, that's a really good one. What is something you wish you would have known coming into college? That
Coming
you
into
didn't know?
college?
Yeah, that you didn't know.
Oh wait, for my too. I think that's.
I don't know. I guess
the one that
a lot of people struggle with college, but like I feel like I'll do fine because like I don't know. Like obviously, one thing I didn't know but didn't want to acknowledge is that I have to read like book assignments. So like that's something because like fresh like high school like you can get A's and not read, you know. But here like in order if I really want to get an A, then I'm gonna have to like read. So I think that's one thing. Because I already know there's gonna be parties, I already know there's gonna be drinking, smoking, all that. I mean it's easy. That's like the easy road, I guess you can say. Of course, the harder road is actually doing what you're supposed to do.
What advice would you give to someone going to college?
As somebody like, I just don't be afraid to like reach out, and I say that as somebody who is. So, make friends, talk to people in class, talk to your professors, advisors, and stuff. Whoops.
What would you say is the hard part about that? Like it's easier said than done. What would you say is the hard part
Like,
of reaching out?
If you're not really a sociable person, like I know I am, it's kind of just hard to get past the mental barriers of meeting new people and talking to people. It's like, because you see people already like formed in groups and stuff, like second day when you move in, and you kind of just like, whoa, how do I get there? How did they do that already? Especially if you're coming into a school and you don't have, nobody, like you didn't come in with any people from high school or whatever, you're out of state, international.
What would you say has been a defining moment in your life? Or like life changing, I guess, in a cliche kind of way.
Life changing?
Yeah.
Joining the fraternity, because I could never see myself doing anything that I've done. Being able to talk in large crowds, being able to just express myself through various performance, expressions, voices, doing community service. I would probably say that's definitely life changing, because the old me would just be in my apartment right now, playing video games, watching YouTube, barely doing my homework, just chilling. But now I'm just trying to take my life by the throat and just keeping my foot on the tiger's neck.
What would you say has been the most inspirational? Or what gave you inspiration?
I guess probably just my parents. And then having certain expectations and just things like that. Like asking what I want to do. Being asked constantly what do I want to do with life.
Did you know that going into college you wanted to be Spanish?
Yeah. I always kind of knew I wanted to be a teacher because I'd gone to school for several years. So I was constantly exposed to teachers and like observing how they teach, and just like connections between students and teachers, that kind of connection. And then in middle school was when I had my first Spanish class, and I really liked it, so I decided to keep going along with it.
Would you say that's your defining moment, or one of your defining moments in your life?
Yeah, probably. That Spanish teacher was really important to me. We haven't talked since the last time I saw her was when I was in high school. Yeah, she helped me figure out that's what I wanted to do as a teacher. It seemed fun.
Alright. What would you say some of the struggles have been?
You know, the truth is feeling alone is definitely a struggle.
Yeah.
But it takes time to meet people, and you gotta put yourself out there to do that. So eventually you'll make a good balance of all of it. It's hard to figure out, but it'll come around. And sometimes it just takes patience. So
What advice would you give to someone going into college?
yeah, don't judge people about what they look like. You never know, you might have the exact same values, and they may look entirely different than what you think they should look like. So, and study. Actually study. Go to class. Your grades will go up an entire letter value just by being in class every single day. Not most of the days, every day. My grades I had a 2.3 when I left and dropped out, and I've had a 4.0 since I came back. But this semester's killing me, so maybe not 4.0 this semester. But just by showing up is so much better than and do your homework before it's due. Those are the three things that I think are most important. Is like, without doing those three things, you get hit by an entire wall of pressure that just feels like depression.
I got you.
So like, that's what I would recommend you do, because like hitting that kind of depression while being behind, while being everything else is piling up, is just not fun. It's not fun. You can lie to yourself and say, "Oh, it's be fine. I'll take care of it." But when you have 3 assignments due all before 11 a.m. on the next morning, then you can pull an all-nighter. But then you try and sleep the whole day and you miss important stuff in the next classes. So it's get it done. Get it done. You'll feel better. You'll feel a lot better.
What would you consider good qualities in a friendship? Or what would you look for in a friendship?
So in a friendship, I look for loyalty. Somebody I can trust, for sure. I look for I don't really know. I don't know. So with me, and energy. I'm a big energy type person. So like, if your energy is good, your aura is good. I think I said that right. If all that is good, I feel like, and like my Legos are like just coming apart. Am I not doing this right? Wow. Okay. So yeah, but that's how I'm big on energy.
Yeah.
So like, reciprocated energy. Like if I'm being that friend that you can go to, I feel like you should be that friend that I can come to, or I can call on.
So like a mutual respect.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely someone I can trust though.
What would you say some of your struggles have been that you've had?
Oh, so of course I struggle. I'd say surprisingly eating. Well, okay, not so surprisingly to me, but like in general, you'd think with all this food access and everything like that, the freshman 15 or whatever, everyone talks about that. I have everyone that I know has experienced the freshman minus 15, where, you know, now that there's so much to do, they forget to eat. And food is expensive. Grocery shopping is expensive. They're realizing that, oh my God, I have to pay to live. Like, that's ridiculous. I have to pay people and pay places in order for me to get basic necessities as a human, which is ridiculous. So dumb.
What would you say some of the struggles have been throughout college?
I don't know, it's definitely not academic. I feel like I'm fine academically. Maybe it's just sometimes in classes, like, I feel like it's harder to, like, talk to other people sometimes because they kind of already come in with, like, their own friends or, like, come in kind of with their own ideas, and I feel like it's kind of hard to just kind of talk to somebody if I'm not, like, assigned a group with them. Like, I feel like last semester, like, the first semester back, really, or I guess the second semester back, I had, like, a really nice group class that was kind of group-based. And, like, I really connected well with my group members, and it was just a really nice group to talk to, and probably the best group project experience I've ever had anywhere. So that was really nice to have, and I kind of wish I had more of that in college rather than, like, the individual-based classes. But at the same time, I realized I was probably very lucky in getting that group.
What would you say has been a defining moment in your life or life-changing?
Life-changing moment. When I threw the Lego at the camera. Probably when my dad's best friend his whole life lived on the same street as us when I was growing up. He unexpectedly died when I was a senior in high school. And he was, like, the kind of person in your life that is, like, a main character, like, has lived a million lives, but they're only, like, 50 years old. And I think that it kind of made me realize, like, you don't know what's going to happen today, tomorrow, but, like, he lived every second to the fullest, every moment to the fullest, like, every breath he took was to the fullest, and I know he didn't have any regrets, and that is exactly what I want to do with my life. So my goal is to not have any regrets, and he kind of jump-started that for me, because before that, I think it was, like, how can I be the best at school? How can I be the best for my parents? How can I do this? How can I do that? But, like, how can I be happy? Like, you never know what's going to happen, so yeah, that was probably the most kind of abrupt change.
So before that, would you say you have any regrets or had any regrets?
I think after that, I'm still trying to learn how to not have regrets, because I definitely still have some, but yeah, I think one of my bigger regrets is not talking to people who needed to be talked to in high school. Like, when you see somebody sitting there, like, I tried to go out of my way so often, but I could have always done a little bit more, and that could have made an impact. And I wish I had made that more of a priority.
Would you have any advice for someone who struggles making friends?
Well, I myself struggle making friends, so.
What advice would you like?
I mean, for me, the part is, like, actually having the courage to, like, talk to someone. So I guess just how to work past that, how to set aside my shyness and actually, like, make friends.
Yes.
I guess taking the initiative.
What made you choose Charlotte?
I'd say really just because of how close it is to my house. I commute here, and it's about a 30-minute drive.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not good. I really like it. It's just straight up the interstate, really. But I was originally going to come here for engineering because my dad really wanted me to follow in his footsteps and take over his business. So I guess that goes back to your finding yourself question, because I didn't know what I was going to do. So I was coming here for engineering, and then I had one professor. I had a liberal studies class about World War I, and I've always really loved history. And he sent me an email. He was like, "You did really well in my class, which is a tough class."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Would you be interested in being a history major?" So I just took it upon myself. I was like, you know what? It's my life. I'm gonna study and do what really it makes me happy versus trying to really impress my dad. And I told him that. He was like, all right, you do you, basically. So he's been supportive, though.
Okay. What advice would you have liked to know coming into college? Or something you would have
I think try to do as much as you can the first week, because I feel like that's really important for meeting new people and feeling like you're not just alone on campus.
What advice would you give to someone going into college?
Probably the same thing, and knowing that everybody's looking for friends, so you're kind of all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling like you're alone, I guess.
Gotcha. What is some advice you wish you would have gotten going into college? Or something you would have liked to know?
I would have wanted to know. I guess just like don't be afraid to like ask questions in class, because like in high school I always like try to like figure out stuff like on my own.
Yeah.
But like in here it's like pretty different, so I think just like asking, like it doesn't even have to be like your professor, you know, just like even like students like around you, which I'm trying to like, you know, ask people like as soon as like I don't understand something.
What advice would you give to someone who struggles making?
I would just say go out to something that you like. Like, I don't really go out much since I'm usually working, but if there's like something that I like, or like if I wanted to join a club that interested me, then I would just say go out. Maybe like just go to one club meeting, see how you like it. Talk to some people there that are interested in the same things you're interested in. And, you know, just experience college life.
If you could go back, would you change anything? Would you have any regrets?
No, well, I don't think I have any. I could change a lot of things, but I don't know if to change it for the good or for the bad. So things I always look like basically try to like extract the lesson from everything. So I wouldn't say that I want to change something, because even if it was bad, it kind of I overcame that and it became something that is valuable part of me now. So I wouldn't say that I'm gonna like if I take that part away from me, I'm not gonna be myself. I wouldn't say that there's something that like so stressful and I still haven't been able to get over it that I want to change stuff like that.
Let's see if I can incorporate this.
What advice would you have liked to have known going into college?
Be open-minded about it. Don't go in like expecting something, I guess, because you're kind of setting yourself up to be let down if you expect sort of like the cliche college experience, I think. But go in optimistic, but don't go in like, don't be shocked if things don't go exactly how you expect them to, because most times in life they don't. Most times in life you kind of get thrown for a loop.
What would you say is your source of happiness?
Family and accomplishments, or like feeling accomplished. It doesn't have to be anything like award-winning, just feeling like you're moving in the right direction.
What would you say you're most proud of?
The hard work I put in to be where I am now. No wonder.
You know, how's it been with you? I mean, I know you said it's been kind of like I've completely lost my tongue, dude. I know you mentioned that like you're happy, but feel like you could be happier. But other than that, like how's everything been on your front going to college?
It's definitely been an experience. Like freshman year, we had the school shooting.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, that was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then sophomore year, at the end of that, COVID hit. So then all of junior year was online. So now, senior year, kind of getting back into it. So, you know, it's been an experience. I'd say it's really changed me a lot in like ways that I wouldn't have thought. Like, sure, I wish things would have been different, but I think that if they would have, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel about that kind of thing. You know, you might always want things to be different, but generally, at least I'm satisfied with who I am.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to risk changing anything about that. I mean, obviously, I want to change it for sure. Be a better person going forward, but you know, up to now, I feel like I've done a good enough job.
Yeah, you can, as long as you try. I think that's what matters.
Yeah.
If you had a message to the world, what would it be?
I know a lot of people say it, but I guess just be nice because everyone's going through something.
Mm-hmm.
Just be kind. That's my world message.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed this experience as much as I did. As you can tell, we are a fourth of the way there. Woo! Yeah. And it's been quite the journey so far. It's been really tough for me. I still struggle with the social anxiety of going up to someone and asking if they want to build Legos. As you can tell after the first one, I stopped recording, going up to people because it's really awkward for me to hold the camera and ask them. So I just have the footage of when we're building Legos, because rejection is like still really hard for me. Obviously I'm working on it. I know one day I had 17 rejections, and I'm still here. So I guess that says something. I don't know. But you know, I think that it's worth it. I think being able to find that person that does say yes makes it all worth it. And you know, hearing those stories and their perspectives on what it is to be a friend means a lot. And you know, making that genuine connection with people, I think is worth it. So thanks again for sticking around. Hopefully you'll continue to stick around as I continue my journey. And yeah, thanks. Yeah, see you around.